Hello everybody, my name's Big Citrus and let's get into it. Overwatch released on May 24th of 2016, and as of the day I record this, it is October 16th, and there is no clear release date for Overwatch 2 in sight. The game has topped the gaming industry and made tons of innovations that most games have only dreamed of even achieving, and it's seen waves of controversies left and right, and it's challenged them all. Overwatch has been through a lot. I would say right now is probably the lowest point in the game's life in terms of respect, reputation, and overall numbers. There is still a thriving group of people who really play and love this game. And as stupid as it might sound, I feel that I'm included in this group. I know that might sound really weird, you know, because Overwatch is like such a dead game and it has had so many horrible design decisions in its lifespan, and there's been so many choices from Activision Blizzard that have made me lose respect for this game. How could you even remotely like this game at all anymore? Well, first of all, let me just say, Mr. Strawman, everything you just said is 100% true. Let's just look at some of the things that Overwatch has had to go through. Of course, first, there was the whole Tracer butt pose controversy. I don't even want to remotely get into that. That was the dumbest thing ever. They got through that. There was, of course, the whole loot box, like gambling, like huge, like class action lawsuit stuff that was going on, like international laws being made about online gambling, and Overwatch was cited in a lot of those. They got through that. Of course, tons of buffs and changes that people really hated. Of course, Brigitte and Moira's characters are just things people did not like. Oh, and of course, there was the whole free Hong Kong thing. I don't even want to get into that because that was an insanely foolish thing of Blizzard to do, and they literally had no fucking balls in that situation. I do not respect them for it. And of course, now in 2021, we have this huge sexual harassment lawsuit situation, I guess. And of course, the whole thing with McCree's name. Blizzard does not seem to know how to stop taking L's, but you know. Also, this is a really weird thing, but I just want to bring it up in the video. Remember when they were like, oh, please stop drawing porn of our characters. We're going to police, like, porn of our characters. We're going to, like, take it off the internet. It was, like, literally 5 months after the game came out, you added this skin and you were telling me that you didn't expect people to draw porn of it. You guys are some lying liars. Anyways, there's a brief history of some of the things this game has had to endure. And yeah, it's definitely seen a loss of player numbers overall, but it still technically has a bunch. There have been a lot of horrible design decisions in this game and updates that have definitely made it worse. But even despite that, I still kind of love Overwatch after 5 years. Like, there have been so many games that have come out in this time frame that have 100% had big splashy debuts and then fizzled out immediately, leaving a crater-sized defecation where they once were. A lot of these games have 100% let me down, but even when it was at its absolute worst, I could still come back to Overwatch and actually enjoy myself. There are very few games that I can say that for. So, why do I still kind of love this game despite it all? Now, before you call me a cucklord simp Blizzard shill, let me just say, I literally do not like any Blizzard games that are not Overwatch. Don't at me. When it comes down to just pure 6v6 class-based shooter with really fast and flashy gameplay, there has really not been anything that has ever been able to touch Overwatch. Yes, I know that game exists. I could probably make a why I kinda love it on TF2 as well, but if I'm being honest, at this point, I've probably come back to Overwatch more than Team Fortress 2, just due simply to the fact TF2 is lacking a lot of the things that Overwatch has, like an actual decent rank system. I do think games have gotten better about having actual decent rank systems. Hear me out. If I'm gonna put a lot of time into a game and actually soak a lot of energy into it, I want to be competing and earning something. I know some people play games like Overwatch for fun and just play quick play 100% of the time and have a 9,000 level account and 400 hours on fucking Diva and Mercy alone, but that's not me. When I play this game, I feel like I can usually hop into a competitive match and everyone for the most part is at least trying. Yes, there's Smurfs, yes, there's one tricks who will literally never swap and kind of just low-key throw your match, but I still have a lot of fun. And maybe I keep playing this game in hopes that Overwatch 2 will come out soon, and I'll actually have been rewarded for investing so much time into this game. But I've been telling myself that for about 2 years now, and Overwatch 2 is still not out. So shouldn't I just give up on this game? I mean, look at all the idiotic updates they made to the game. And it seems like they're doing a very similar thing with Overwatch 2. I mean, look what they have done to Bastion, my god. But me being the quote-unquote cuck shill fanboy simp that I am, I will still probably buy Overwatch 2 and play it. But ultimately, none of that really matters to me, because I still just think this game's a buttload of fun. I feel like in 100 years when people look back on the history of gaming, I feel like Overwatch will still have a genuinely good reputation and have left a huge impact on the gaming industry. I think the main reason I still kind of love it is because compared to other games, there's really nothing that is exactly like Overwatch. There are games that, yes, are incredibly similar to it, but even with the huge amount of changes they have made, it's still Overwatch. I know this doesn't necessarily matter much, but I do genuinely like these characters, like these designs, I like this world, and I really am excited to see that expanded in Overwatch 2 whenever it comes out. But the main thing for me is just the gameplay. I just like how fast this game is. I just like how situations can be turned around so quickly if you are skillful enough. And yes, there are tons of stupid shit like magical floating damage orbs and literal just fucking giant circles where you're not allowed to die inside of them. Just fucking magical flying Australian man who can literally just detonate 45 grenades in your face in the span of half a second while only pressing 2 buttons. There is a lot of dumb shit in this game. But in a way, I like the dumb shit. Blizzard keeps trying to balance this game that has like 35 fucking characters in it, and that's never really going to work. The more they have tried to make the game balanced, I think, honest to God, the worse it has got. I always operate under the clause that the hardest characters to play should be the best characters. And I feel like for Overwatch, that is mostly true. Like, Ana is the hardest healer to play, and she's still definitely the best. And I feel like a lot of games reward you for picking the easier crutch option, like Valorant. Or yes, Apex Legends. Overwatch can do the same thing, but if someone's playing a brain-dead hero like Junkrat or Symmetra, you can still counter that person by actually playing a good character that you're actually good at, which I don't feel that you could do in most games, and it kind of makes my, little pee-pee hard. Also, this game just has a lot of small features that I still really like that most games do not fucking have for some reason. Like, oh, you can actually play different game modes while queuing? That's sick. You can actually go in the practice range while looking for a match as well. That is really cool. Oh, a custom game maker. That is also really nice. And I like that they have kept up consistently with the events and actually releasing good skins, and at least trying to add something to each event that they do to make it different from the last one. Even if it is just a small thing, it's better than most game companies do. I know the bar is incredibly low, but I still feel that I should give praise to the people who actually at least try. I don't know, maybe that's the real reason why I still kind of love this game. Is because I feel like I can always hop on and at least I will find something that makes me happier compared to other games. Which is weird because most people say that Overwatch is a bad game. It's popular to hate on this game now because it is not popular. But I remember when this game first came out, if you didn't play it, you would get shit on for not playing it and playing other games that were out at the time. Because the internet is a mindless vacuum and you're only allowed to like popular things, but if they get too popular, you're not allowed to like them, and then once they're not popular enough, if they used to be popular, then it's cool to hate on them. I've kind of just been rambling this whole video, haven't I? I guess that the main thing that I can say, I guess I can always just come back to this game and it's always just rather consistent. And yes, I do kind of look at the things the game has changed and I remember the better times, but in a way, I don't know. The game still plays leagues better than most games, and the community can be horrible, but I've also met some of the coolest people I have ever met online through Overwatch specifically. Sorry that this video has mainly just been me rambling like an old man about, you know, how things used to be. But I think I still like this game, and even though there are a lot of changes for Overwatch 2 that I really do not know how I feel about, I'm still gonna give it a shot. I don't know, did you guys used to like Overwatch? Do you hate it now? Let me know. I genuinely want to read your guys' opinions on this because this is something that's been on my mind a lot recently. Anyways, follow my Instagram, my Twitter, join my community Discord in the link to your description below. And of course, have a damn good one.